Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Polygon Matic price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the short-term and the long-term scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot structures and the Fibonacci's. And allow me to kickstart the video here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening here on the Polygon Matic chart. Polygon Matic, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce, making it to an all-time high at around the $2.9 mark in a movement that I've been terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And after making it to the all-time high, we had been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective structure, which is right here in yellow, taking us back to around the $0.32 mark. And in that movement, I'm terming it as a higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side, and very soon I'm expecting a very nice bounce to the upside in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 before we see a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to the upside, and giving you a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 using a trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $5.09 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upside to do before we see a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. And because a wave 3 to the upside is an impulsive wave, I also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 3, having the wave 5 of that fractal wave completing the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside. And jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis. Here on the 4-hour chart, you can see I have this Elliot wave structure in blue, which is a fractal wave within the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 that I have shown you on the daily chart. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliot wave structure so that it can also give us the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, I believe we have completed the formation of that first wave to the upside, which is an impulsive wave, and because of its impulsive nature, I also expected to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 1, having the wave 5 of that fractal wave completing the formation of that wave 1 to the upside. And that wave 1 made its high at around the $1.3 mark, and from there we have been seeing lower prices in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2, which is my primary scenario here on the Polygon Matic chart. I believe in the formation of a second wave, and because a second wave is a corrective wave, I also expect to see an ABC corrective structure play out in the formation of that second wave. And there are two ways we can have that ABC corrective structure, and that is what is going to give me the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out here on the Polygon Matic chart. And the very first way to have that ABC corrective structure is having this as a wave A to the lower side. Then we have made our low at around the $0.78 mark in the formation of that wave A, and I'm expecting a bit of a bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave B. Then expect an impulsive movement over here in the formation of that wave C, which should fully maximize the formation of this second wave to the lower side, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave B using the Fibonacci's, connecting it from the high of that wave A to the low of the wave A. That gives me a minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave B between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382, which perfectly lies between the $0.97 mark and the $1.09 mark, which is a target area that we have not fully maximized. And from what you can see here on the charts, there are chances that we might not fully maximize this target area, and there are chances that we have seen the high for this wave B at around the high that we made at around the $0.94 mark. That might be the high for that wave B, and whatever we are seeing over here might be the start of that impulsive movement that we expect in the formation of that wave C. And over here there is an Elliot wave structure that is playing out, where we can have this movement right here as the first wave to the lower side. So I can have this as a wave 1 to the lower side, then I'm expecting a bit of a bounce to the upside in the formation of that second wave, then a wave 3, a wave 4, and then a wave 5, completing the formation of that wave C, and also completing the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side. And we have seen a chart pattern that is in formation right here, which is supporting that movement to the upside in the formation of this wave B, where we can connect these lower highs right here, forming a channel which is an ABCDE channel. And I'm expecting a new lower low for us to see the formation of that wave E before we can see that breakout to the opposite side of the wave E, which should fully maximize the formation of this second wave to the upside, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 2 using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that wave 1 to the low of that wave 1 at around the $0.75 mark. And I'm still expecting a new low here in the formation of this wave 1, so that might change the target area in the formation of this wave 2 to the upper side a little bit. But assuming assuming that the low is in, we can first sketch out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave B between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.5, which perfectly lies between the $0.85 mark and the $0.87 mark. And once we see the formation of that second wave, then we can expect another impulsive movement to the lower side in the formation of that wave 3, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5, which should fully maximize the formation of that second wave. And that is the very first way we can have that ABC corrective structure here on the Polygon Matic chart. And the other way we can have that ABC corrective structure is having these as my wave A, where we made our low at around the $0.76 mark, then made another high in the formation of that wave B at around the $1.17 mark, and in case we continue pushing lower, lose the key area of support at around the $0.78 mark, see a retest and continue pushing even lower in much of a sell-off, that will be the formation of that wave C, which should fully maximize the formation of that second wave to the lower side. And once that happens, then we can expect an impulsive movement to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, and then a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to complete the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3 that I have shown you on the daily chart. And getting back to the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the RSI. On the RSI, we are trading at around the 44 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have been able to print a bullish cross, meaning higher prices are coming our way, and there are chances that we might continue pushing even higher and complete the formation of these higher Elliott wave count 2 without seeing the breakout out of this chart pattern that I have right here, that is this ABCDE channel. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.